Because let's be honest here, I can wax poetically all day long if I want to. Mayhaps somebody might even one day slap these all together into one long reel. 24 hours of just listening to me talk. It'd be especially better if I could make them all string along well. Neither here nor there. Welcome back. Welcome to winter. Winter here in Alberta. Snow coming down on top of us. Oh, that was a sharp cut, sir. That was a sharp cut. We may be ending up commenting a lot on traffic while doing this because, I hate to say it, traffic is terrifying. I like that you want to go that way because I want to go this way. This works out for both of us. We are seeing coming down upon us right now the first, what I will dub the first official snowfall of Edmonton. Near Wizard, wishing you all a very safe afternoon, please, because, well, even if this is not your first winter, we all know the first snowfall is a lot of bullshit. So welcome to it, guys. The game plan. Well, I'm supposed to make rambles happen, and what better time than the meanderings of traffic to do a ramble? If I'm not mistaken, you guys waking up today should be coming into Tuesday, October 20th. I'm trying to keep tabs on these things, it's almost impossible sometimes. And I still haven't checked. Yeah, this isn't the wake up. I did do a wake up because I even commented on forgetting to check it this morning. Damn. Well, I guess you guys are getting a whole 3 freaking videos today. I will not be charging at fast paces at all today, people. I am sorry about that. However, I will allow myself as much as possible to get up to the appropriate speeds of the roads, even if it is first winter. See, the point for me, the issue for me is not even that it's first winter. It's how people react to situations when they change drastically around them and they're just not quite sure what to do with themselves anymore. See, winter conditions are creature unto themselves. They are, at their very core, a concept of loss of power. And you think about the first snowfall, it's an immediate change. I love dry and straight conditions when it comes to summer because any car can sing for me. I can make any vehicle fly. I will make any vehicle fly. That is a blessing, a gift, a curse. It is the way to be. Love the wanderer. But when it comes to winter conditions, your existence changes drastically. Power is taken away from you. Flexibility, adaptability is robbed. I don't go in this lane when I am running home. I don't, because it's easier access off the other one. But you know what? They interlace, and I would much rather be in this one and let everybody run fast on the left one, because I gotta manage better, I gotta be tighter, I gotta be smarter. And realistically, only one vehicle doing what I normally do. Numbers aren't all that different. And that's a mistake when situations change. Just like this ambulance that I can see, but I don't think you can yet. Chasing after somebody who may have made wrong choices. Now, look in front of me, I see another person that did exactly what I did. Looking ahead, I couldn't tell what the other two were doing. But I'll tell you this much. If 4 out of 5 people adapted to new conditions and one person did not, what's gonna happen? Chaos. That one counterpoint could throw off an entire equation. That's my second slide. The other thing I hate about the first freeze, the ice isn't covered yet. We all know at some point or another, most of this road is going to be an ice sheet. It's Canada, for frack's sakes. It's always going to be an ice sheet. However, it's got to become that first. So, our good old friends, the ice patches, reveal themselves. The testers of your resolve. Will you panic? Will you freak? Will you react in anticipation? Stupidest thing you can really do. Jerk. Throw yourself out of loop. It's all on you. This poor fool. God, I hope you park there and not crash there. You okay, bud? I'd save you any other day of the week. Not today. That's the second Jeep down I've seen. That is the second Jeep down I've seen. What's going on, Jeep? Tell me what's on in your lives, people. If you drive a Jeep, I want to hear from you. What's new with you? Hope it's all good. Hope it's all safe. Hope it's all well. Because I know a few Jeep drivers, actually. Yeah, actually, that'd be a funny one. Wesley, if you're actually watching, by all means, go ahead. Give me a shout. Love to hear from you. Shit-eating grin and all. This is the fun one. I've been wondering how bad the anthem was this entire time, because White Mud was trash. Calgary Trail was moderate. I am at this time seeing zero loss of flow capacity here. But they are playing it safe back there. This is the makings of a perfect storm, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly what we need. Woohoo! Anyway, first snowfalls. You gotta remember and you gotta realize the situation has changed around you. And what's more obvious to that than the fact that snow is falling down from the sky? Sometimes the signs are right there with us, right there in front of us, right there aware, looking at us and grabbing us and hanging on to us and grabbing us and just shaking us. And these are good signs to pay attention for. For no other reason than that, they are very obvious to you. They're very upfront to you. They're very good communicators to you. Communication being the key element here. Gosh, it's going to be interesting to see who can catch what in the replays, because it's good TV for me back here. Why half of them had to get out of a lane from behind me rather than already being in the lane that is designed for the speeds that they're going, I'm not 100% sure. But I'll tell you right now, this person right here in front of me right now is the other person that is reacting in a strange sort of way, because the situation has changed. Now, here, our numbers have flipped. Before, it was 4 and 1. Is it possible that half of us are just doing it wrong half of the time? I can't fault a big truck like that. They're supposed to be in the middle, honestly, in such situations like this. I wouldn't be personally, just because everybody else, but it's one of the only ones I would actually trust on the road right now. They're hard to slip up the first day, but we all know how the thaw and slush goes. And it's always the same way here in Edmonton, in and out. It begins with a day of chaos and 72, 88, 93 damages to different vehicles today, automobile collisions, conversations with people about how to drive safely. It's usually not triple digits. I'll give you guys that. It's usually not triple digits. I imagine BC does triple digits, but, here I don't expect that. What would be nice to be hearing is 50, 40. People with shovels help dig out other people. People with chains help to lift out turned over bus today. Like, cooperation and compassion. Just swell. Hard to deliver on a day like this. When things are changing, you're not sure how to react, but it is one thing I have said about a lot of the Canadians I've known. The cold and the dark may screw us up real bad, but it does make us real awful nice people. Twisted when you think about it in the big picture. This one is interesting to me. I didn't think this one would be this bad. But this one is actually this bad. Wow. That goes all the way left and right. I was rambling. No, I'm addenduming. This isn't even one of my normal rambles. This is literally just an addendum about first snowfalls, what we do with them. Firsts, realizations, awareness, things that'll show up right in front of you and try to shake you awake because, well, here we are to save the day. Trying to decide if I want to risk taking the back trails to my next destination after I reload. God bless the wanderer. Bob save the wanderer. So, when dealing with your firsts, you have to recognize that your elements and your situations have changed. I operate day to day on a variable system. I'm trying to measure, I'm trying to weigh, I'm trying to examine all the variables that are presented to me. This is exhibited in where I extend my acknowledgement of details, my focus. I use my focus to collect information. The information I most look for is, well, everything. The fact that the traffic sign was blue, but it's actually a township line relating towards something else entirely. This person making the signal turn on the left, the individual behind me leaving about 2 car lengths, which I do appreciate, feller. Now it's shrinking down. I know it's because I'm half stopped for this person in front of me, but it's working. White truck on my right, white van on the right front. Tell us. Keeping tabs on any little detail, locking it into a place and locking it into a form. Now, once I have the rough picture, I've got all these fine little pieces. I can acknowledge the nature of the vehicles ranging between whitest to darkest, having themselves a flow of disrupted juncture as red lights flash up in a sea of angry eyes. This bro in front of me that could do a better job wiping off his bumper. Looks like a dirty upper lip, honestly. Just smear all across the bottom lip. Chocolate smear. White chocolate on a dark skinned face. There's poetry in the dance itself, but the details themselves are pretty dry and pretty empty. Always shoot for the poetry, people. Someone's gonna watch this later and yell at me, but you know what, we'll have a debate about that. Always shoot for quality first. Always go for your best quality. Always. Through these variables and through these observations and evaluations and examinations, I can recognize and acknowledge when certain things have changed. For example, the weather has changed. Very obvious, I know. Very, very, very astute of you, Nicholas. Absolutely. Thank you. Now let's carry on. Through the observation of the weather changing, I'm now going to look at everything else that's affected by the weather, which is ultimately all of us. I'm going to look at all my fellow drivers. I'm going to look at my friends. I'm going to look at my family. I'm going to look at the people I care about. I'm observing to see what their nature and their flow is turning into, and then I'm going to have to choose a reaction to it. Now, choice made recently relates more so to execution of sun. We're going to debate that with ourselves later. Light and energy flow. Basically, we want to become more radiant, because the hope and intention is to provide a little bit more satisfaction, joy, and upbeat into other people's lives. Example being, do I risk it? Absolutely, I risk it. Wouldn't be me if I didn't. Example being, providing more. Come back, brain. Come back. I just got a warning that my gas is low, which I understand conditions I'm going through right now. It just tells you everything. So, being people, sunlight, being a little bit more joy. Yes, glitter bombing. I'm going to try and glitter bomb it a little bit more this winter. I'm going to try and just be positive, happy, and upbeat for everybody. Why? Because, well, I know my own drag that usually comes along with this season, and while not anywhere near the quality and efficiency that it needs to be for Yukoner, it is ultimately enough fake vitamin D to get me through for now. At some point here, I will have to do more to take care of my form and make sure I'm getting that sunlight feeling. Starting from whenever there's opportunity to stand in the sun for 15 minutes, I'm going to encourage standing in the sun for 15 minutes. Do you know what law I would appreciate on the books? That all people have to get 1 to 2 hours of sunlight time off from work. If it is required for them to be in or around work, it is given to them immediately as a 30-minute break, and you are required to get your sunshine. Now, mandating that people go get healthy is not necessarily on the right side. That's a violation of moral free will, and I get that, fair. But I implore you all, you need your sunshine. You need the sunlight. You need that connection with life. It's really what it comes down to. That'll turn into a different esoteric conversation entirely, but we'll get there eventually. Anyhow, when dealing with changing elements like this, like the weather, consider your reactions. Consider the reactions of others. Consider how variables in other people will change. How you're going to respond to new things that you didn't have to respond to for the last 3 to 6 months. How you're going to reconnect to memories and experiences and flows, while you're going to feel changes within yourself. I think seasonal changes are one of the best ways to get a read on yourself. Who you are at the beginning, at the end of a clear season change, such as winter and the first snowfall, or that god-awful slushy day at the end of winter, or that first day that it's so warm that you just feel all right, or that first day that it's so cold you look around and go, shit, I need a jacket. These points usually relate to me, a very clear picture of me. What I have the spark for, what I have the fire for, what I have the energy for, what I have the capacity for. See, this section isn't so bad, so I probably could backtrail it. By understanding what is happening in the flow of the world around us, we can see and observe what is going within us. We can see what's going on above us. There is in Taoism a statement, man follows earth, earth follows heaven, heaven follows the Tao follows itself. You kind of keep following patterns until you find something that doesn't make any sense. That's, to me, is where reality starts getting much more interesting. But everything up until that point is quite literally know yourself, know those around you and the way around you, and know the way of what is above you. And some people say heaven, some people say the weather. I say something bigger than us is moving and spinning us, and I'm just going to watch their clock and see what they do with it. The sun has us in its grasp. Plus Jupiter too, I'm hearing, which, new evidence to me, but do with it what you want. Where was I? Yes. We're existing in a solar system that goes through weird seasons like this, and, well, it'll be interesting to see how exactly it's all meant to affect us. I do hope you all have a most spectacular day today. If today is the day after the morning of, or some period shortly after where you had to face the fact that winter or a change in season was there, and how you can react to things and how you can respond to things has changed, I extra bless you today. Not that I don't bless you guys every day. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. The day after a big transformation is always tough. Remember that the butterfly has to dry its wings before it can fly off. Most winged things have to dry a little bit before they can fly in any format, if they even have the capacity to fly when they first unfurl. So, give yourself that mental time. You might not get that physical time, you might not get that social time, but definitely give yourself the mental time to just catch your thoughts and catch your breath. Catch yourselves as best as you can. And if you can do just that, good and wonderful and great things are going to be shown to you, because you're going to be aware of them. You're going to see them all so much better and so much more clearly. Till then, make sure that you're looking after yourself and taking care of yourself. Catch your vitamin D. Eat your greens, drink your waters. This is going to be... I don't want to make this a Garfield Monday. That was one of the first things that I was talking about. Not spoiling a Monday by making it a Garfield Monday. But this is going to be an interesting transitional week, I think. And the best thing I can recommend during transitional weeks is, when you find what is anchored well, hold on as though it was a tornado overhead. Because it's a period where it's sheer will. Sheer will. That's the complicated matter. Not everyone has that full capacity to just believe. Just have faith. Just hold on tightly to whatever they can. And even trusting that it's anchored properly, even knowing that it's anchored properly. It requires the best of us. Heck, I draw upon so many years of the worst mistakes in Yukon driving. And if it were not for them, if it were not for those time periods, I'd be dead, honestly. Because of some of the driving that I've had to do down here and some of the driving I've had to do through mountains. So, for me, this transition is grabbing onto all those experiences and all those memories and having absolute faith that I am still capable. It's nice when a doctor doesn't tell you that they have to take your license away. Anyway, this is my third final turn. Is it? 1, 2, maybe. It's a good place to stop. It's a good place to stop. You guys have a wonderful day. Be safe, be well. Bye for now.